You had better wait here and follow only in pairs, mind, at intervals of about 5 minutes. That will give him time to get used to the idea of visitors. Come on, Mr. Baggins. We'll go first.
Oh, will we?
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, Mr. Baggins.
Oh, thank you.
Do take care.
Soon they reached a courtyard, in the middle of which stood a huge man, leaning on a large axe.
Who are you, and what do you want?
I am Gandalf.
Never heard of him. And what's this little fellow?
This is Mr. Bilbo Baggins, a hobbit. Of good family and unimpeachable reputation.
At your service and your family's.
Yeah.
Well, I have heard of you, even if you have not heard of me. But perhaps you have heard of my good cousin Radagast.
Oh, yes. Not a bad fellow as wizards go. I used to see him now and again. Well, now I know who you are, or who you say you are. What do you want?
We have lost our luggage, Beyond, and are in need of help and advice. I may say we had rather a bad time of it with goblins in the mountains.
Goblins? Oh, so you've been having trouble with them, have you? Oh. Well, then you better tell me your tale, if it won't take all day. Now, what did you go near goblins for?
I was coming over the mountains with a friend or two.
Or two? Well, I can only see one, and a little one at that.
Well, I didn't like to bother you with a lot of us until I found out if you were busy. I'll give a whistle, if I may.
Yes, go on. Whistle away.
Torin Oakenshield at your service.
Nori, at your service.
1 or 3, you mean, I see. But these aren't hobbits. They're dwarves.
Well, yes.
I am not over fond of dwarves.
Ooh.
But if you are really Torin, son of Thrain, son of Thror, and you are enemies of goblins and are not up to mischief in my lands, then what are you up to, by the way?
They are on their way to visit the land of their fathers, east beyond Mirkwood, as I was about to tell you.
Well, go on telling, then.
We were crossing the high pass when we took refuge in a cave from a terrible storm. The Hobbit and I and several of our
Several?
companions.
You call 2 several?
Well, no, as a matter of fact, there are more than 2.
Well, go on. Whistle again.
Yes. Ah, there are Dory and Ori.
At your service.
At your service.
All right. Stand still and keep quiet, or it'll be supper time before this tale is ended.
Well, while we were resting in a cave, some goblins took the Hobbit and the dwarf.
And so Gandalf, by keeping Beorn enthralled with the story of their adventures, was able to introduce all the dwarves into his formidable presence. And by the time the wizard had finished his tale, the shadows were long in Beorn's garden.
Bumpy flight. The eagles put us down on Karok.
That's a good tale. It's a very good tale. It's the best I've heard for a long time. You may be making it all up,
I beg your pardon?
but you deserve a supper for the story all the same. Let's go in. Have something to eat.
Yes, please.
Now, Bilbo, remember your manners.